Thanks, Rob. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm really happy to be with you with TESOL Kuwait, and I'm very excited to be doing EFL Talks. I'm going to be talking to you today about the Blogosphere and research that I conducted with teenage language learners in Greece. And I'll be sharing some initial findings with you and some information on how teachers could integrate the Blogosphere into their language teaching. So welcome to the Blogosphere. My name is Christina Giannikas, and here we go. So what is the blog? The blog is mainly an online journal. It resembles an online journal. One can create an account, write about different topics, their feelings, their experiences, and update their blog as often as they like. Ward had said that teachers nowadays attempt to integrate blogging into their practice since it is thought to improve students' literacy and take their creativity to another level. And I agree with this, and this is something that makes a lot of sense in language learning as well. We do encourage our students to be creative, and it's a very interesting format that students can relate to because they have such knowledge of technology, and it's interesting to transfer pen and paper to the computer screen. And the results are, as you will see, the results are quite interesting and very positive. There are quite a few benefits to blogging. It supports multimodality, which means that it supports a combination of communication practices. Which is very important in English language teaching. It escapes traditional approaches to writing and reading, something that students do continuously and might need some change. Students can express themselves creatively, not only through their writing, but they can also use images, they can use clips, something that they can't really do in pen and paper. They can share ideas with others because it's not only about writing what you need to write on your blog, but you also invite comments from other people. And with certain platforms now, you can invite comments from your peers if you're a student, and other students can give feedback. So they share ideas, and they learn how to accept new forms of feedback and become and give feedback in a constructive manner. Students are given the opportunity to raise their own awareness of having authorship, readership, and ownership of what it is that they're writing, what it is they're creating online, and sharing with other people. So how to integrate blogs in ELT? It's quite simple, but there needs to be a good plan in how to do it if you haven't done it before, and if your students aren't familiar with blogging especially. So you need to plan and start early because this there is a learning curve for your students, and students need to become aware and practice how to use blogs and become familiar with the platform and what is expected of them whilst writing and sharing information and providing feedback to others. There needs to be a purpose for their writing, what it is they're writing about. It could be discussions, it could be reflections, they could be writing about, they could be writing essays or stories, they could be sharing information, commentary. So there needs to be a clear purpose in blog writing or any kind of writing, really. And it's important for the teacher to do some research and find the blogosphere that they feel is more, they are more comfortable in using, and become familiar with this platform before they introduce it to their students. It's important for them to be able to know the different features that a blog has and how this could affect their students' literacy and help them in their writing. So the research that we conducted, as I previously said, it was in Greece, and the findings were quite interesting and somewhat surprising at the beginning as well. We had 52 students who participated, 52 teenagers, and the focus of the study was literacy, L2 literacy. And the chosen platform was EduBlogs because this was what the teachers selected actually, and what they felt most comfortable with. EduBlogs provides a kind of classroom-like platform, and only students could see. The students who were registered in EduBlogs could see each other's work and comment on each other's work, and the teacher as well. So it wasn't free to the public. They felt a bit safer with EduBlogs. And the writing activities had the form of in-class assignments and homework, and was always related to the curriculum the students had. So literacy through blogging, the tasks specifically were reflections, short essays, and commentary, which the students offered guidance to each other. We also provided this for the students because they were a bit reluctant in giving feedback, and they were even more scared of receiving feedback from their peers. So we had to explain to them that it wasn't going to be criticism, but it was going to be constructive feedback, only about their writing. And the only way to do this was to also train them in a way of how to give feedback to each other. So one thing that we wanted them to do was to write in the form of a letter, so give a greeting and be careful of the content in the closing. They should always use correct spelling, punctuation, grammar, and spacing, although they were a bit disappointed in this because they thought that they would only have to be careful about their language when they were writing essays. So, but we wanted them to practice their language as well, so it only made sense. They needed to also compliment the writer, give some positive feedback, especially in the beginning, write a relevant comment that was related to the post, and not reveal any personal information about themselves in the comment, because that was not what it was about. It was about giving constructive feedback, and always read over the comment and edit before submitting. So the students' reactions was quite interesting to see, because in the beginning the students were very reluctant to share their work with the peers. They had no problem submitting their work to their teacher, but having an audience was a bit scary for them. So 40% did not attempt to complete their first assignment. Only 10% of the students who did complete their first assignment gave feedback and started a conversation. So we needed to either end the research and forget about using blogs, or try to prompt students to participate more and see this from a more positive scope. So we started giving rewards to students who successfully completed their assignments and became more interactive on blogs. And this worked. So slowly but surely, students stepped out of their comfort zone. And within 4 weeks of reward giving, there was 100% of participation. Within 5 months of the project, there was an average of 20% improvement in students' writing. And this was compared to the essays that students wrote on paper. So we compared the two forms of writing delivery. So there was a 20% improvement within the 5 months of blogging. And within 7 months of the project, the students provided each other with feedback and had lengthy discussions online and what they could do to advance their writing. So they were more comfortable within the 7 months to give feedback to each other and try to guide each other and share information on their work. And there's there are more details in the upcoming publication I have here, Enhancing Literacy and Collaborative Skills Through Blogging, which is expected to be published in mid-March. So basically, what the study showed was that blogging had a lot of positive aspects in students' literacy. It helped them share. It helped them share their ideas. It helped them share their work, their language learning, and their experience. It helped them connect on a different level. They weren't just inside a classroom anymore. They could communicate with each other in a very different form, and everyone could communicate with everyone. They became more creative. They wanted to work more and give a more colorful note to their writing, and it helped them inspire each other as well. And that's what the whole process and the whole project was about. Thank you very much. I would love to hear from you if you have any questions or anything to share about blogging. You can contact me via my website, which is on the bottom of the slide. Thank you very much.